Hi there, I'm Miss Kerrie and I work with the Muskegon County Library System. Today I'm going to share with you some fun bird-themed rhymes and fairy tales. But first, let's do a welcome game. Now, I know we've been asked not to share germs by touching our faces, but I'm going to go ahead and pause after we do our game so everyone can stop the video and wash their hands. Okay? All right. Touch your nose. Touch your chin. That's the way this game begins. Touch your eyes. Touch your knees. Now pretend you're going to sneeze. Touch your ears. Touch your hair. Blow a kiss through the air. Touch your elbows where they bend. Jump right up and say the end. All right, and now we're going to wash our hands. Feel free to stop the video at any time. I'm going to sing the ABCs so that I know that I've washed my hands for 20 seconds. Here, I'm going to wash my hands. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Okay, parents, grab your silly goose and get ready to hear the goose that laid the golden egg. Once upon a time, a farmer and his wife lived on a farm in a small cottage with their animals. They were very poor, but they had everything they needed. They had a goat to give them milk, they had a garden to grow vegetables, and hens and geese for fresh eggs. Each morning, the farmer collected the eggs and took them to sell in the village. One morning, he found something very strange in one of the geese nests. What's this? One of the eggs was a dark yellow and was very heavy and glittering. At first, the man thought someone was playing a trick on him. Look, someone stole an egg and left a stone. His wife was amazed. I don't think that's any old stone, husband. The farmer took all of the eggs to the village to sell. Then he visited the goldsmith. It was a solid golden egg. The goldsmith was so amazed that he offered to buy the egg right away. The farmer had never seen so much money. He used it to buy a new dress for his wife. At home that evening, the farmer gave his wife her new dress. But she wasn't very happy with how he used the money. She thanked him profusely. Oh, honey, it's too good for me. I can't believe you thought to buy me something when we need to fix this roof. Later, the farmer thought maybe she was right. Maybe he should have saved that money. But alas, it was too late. The next morning, while collecting eggs, he found another golden egg. Excited, he exclaimed, "Now we can fix the roof!" So he went and fixed the roof. And the next morning, he waited and watched as each goose got up to see which goose had been laying these amazing golden eggs. It's the little white goose. She looked like any other goose, but she was very special. Each day, she laid another golden egg, and each day, the farmer took it and sold it. He used the money to buy new clothes, a bigger house, and expanded their farm. They planted a garden and hired lots of servants and farm aides to help them manage their farm. They were quite rich. But the farmer wanted more. One golden egg a day was not enough. He was not getting rich fast enough. The farmer tried to make the other geese like golden eggs. When they did not, he tried to make the special goose lay more than one egg a day. He played music, he danced around them, he gave them the best betting money could buy, but nothing worked. The little white goose must be full of gold, mused his wife one evening. Let's kill the goose, he said. Then we'll have all the gold at once." The couple crept outside and they cut the goose. But then, when they cut the goose open, they didn't find a single golden egg inside it. They didn't find anything inside it. And sadly, their precious goose was dead. "What have we done?" they cried. "We'll be poor again," said the farmer. They had been too greedy, and now they lost everything. One golden egg each day had not been enough for him, and now he would have none. The farmer still collected eggs each and every morning, but he never found a golden egg again. After reading the story, I did a little research. I discovered that geese can live up to 24 years and weigh anywhere from 10 to 12 pounds, which is just a bit more than the average house cat, unless you're my cats. They're big. Many people keep these geese as pets. They're very loyal, and they'll follow you around like a dog and even act like a good guard dog when strangers come around. Though you wouldn't want to approach a wild goose, a tame one like the farmer had would have been great for those qualities even without giving him golden eggs. What do you think? Would you have killed the goose to get a bunch of gold at once? I hope not. I'd like to think the author wanted us to think about the moral of the story. You might not have everything you want, but you have everything you need. And it's okay to want things, but it's not okay to be like the farmer and his wife and hurt others to get it. If they would have been patient, they could have had enough golden eggs to last them a very long time, at least 24 years. Sometimes we have to work hard and appreciate the many good things that we have and be patient for our golden eggs to come. Now that we've heard about geese, let's move on to ducks. 5 little ducks. Please sing or count along with me. 5 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said, "Quack, quack, quack, quack," but only 4 little ducks came back. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, 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 but only 4 little ducks came back. Here's Mama Duck. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said, "Quack, quack, quack, quack," but only 3 little ducks came back. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, 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 but only 3 little ducks came back. Here's Mother Duck. 1, 2, 3. Our pond's moving. 3 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said, "Quack, quack, quack, quack," but only 2 little ducks came back. Quack, 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 but only 2 little ducks came back. Here's the mother duck. 1, 2 ducklings. 2 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said, "Quack, quack, quack, quack," but only 1 little duck came back. Quack, 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 but only 1 little duck came back. Here we have 1 mother duck and 1 duckling. 1 little duck went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said, "Quack, quack, quack, quack," but none of the 5 little ducks came back. Oh, where are the ducks? Just the 1 mommy duck. Sad mother duck went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said, "Quack, quack, quack, quack," and all 5 of the little ducks came back. Quack, 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 and all of the 5 little ducks came back. Hey kids, do you know what you call a crate of ducks? A box of quackers. Yes, this is the kind of silliness you could expect here. Speaking of silliness, for a fun activity at home, try playing a game of Duck, Duck, Goose with your family. Littler kids might need to pair with an adult and run together. So next, I would like to tell you the story of the ugly duckling. One lovely summer afternoon, a mother duck sat on her nest in the tall grass next to a pond. In the nest, warm and snug, were 5 beautiful eggs. Of the 5 eggs, there was one that was much larger and oddly shaped. The mother duck sat very still, waiting for her eggs to hatch. Can you sit like the mother duck, very still? At last the mother noticed tiny cracks in 2 of the eggs and gave a quack of joy, springing off the nest. Can you give a quack of joy? Quack! The eggs were rocking back and forth, and from inside you could hear some pecking and scratching sounds. The mother duck bent over to watch. Then each of the eggs began to crack open. Out tumbled 4 tiny ducklings, yellow as butter and oh so soft, with bright eyes and cute little bills. Can you point to your bill? They all stood up and looked around. Then, with soft little quacks, they climbed out of the nest and waddled around in the shade. Can you look around and quack for me? Quack! What beautiful ducklings I have, thought the mother duck. But then she looked in the nest and shook her head, for the 5th and biggest egg had yet to hatch. So she settled herself back down on the nest again and waited. After some time, she thought she saw the tiniest little crack in the shell. She was so excited. Everybody shout, "Yay!" In a moment, 2 feet broke through the shell, and then the head appeared. This little duckling did not look like the other little ducklings as it tumbled out of the egg head first. This was a big, grayish-white, black-billed, fuzzy duckling. "Cheep, cheep," said the new duckling, eager to be liked. Can you guys cheep like the big new duckling? Cheep, cheep. The mother duckling was very confused. None of the others looked like that, and he didn't sound like the other ducklings either. "Quack," said the other ducklings. "He's funny looking. We don't want to play with the ugly duckling." And they waddled away with their mother to the water to learn how to swim. The ugly duckling could not understand why everyone had left him alone. He followed the others down to the pond. All right, can you guys pretend how to swim? Pretend to swim. "Did you ever see anything quite as ugly as that great creature?" one of the other ducks in the pond taunted as the family swam by. "I shall go and chase him out," said another duck, and he ran to the big duckling. "Oh, leave him alone," the duckling's mother said fiercely. "He's doing no harm. He may not be quite as handsome as the others," his mother answered, confronting him. "But he is very tall and strong. I am sure he will make his way in the world as well as anybody." But as time went by, matters grew much worse. The poor duckling was chased by all of them, even his brothers and sisters. Poor ugly duckling. There he sat, alone at the edge of the pond. Can you guys pretend to be alone and sad? Oh, we don't like to do that, do we? "Why won't they play with me?" he wondered sadly. "Why do they call me ugly?" Big tears filled his eyes and splashed down in the pond below. The ugly duckling glanced down and saw his own reflection in the water. "Oh dear," he cried, "I am ugly. I will run away and hide where no one will see me." So he turned away from the sunny pond and went slowly into the dark and gloomy forest. He felt so sad and alone in the forest. After a while, though, he heard friendly birds chirping. Baby birds were calling out to him from their cozy nest. "They sound nice," thought the ugly duckling. "Maybe they'll play with me." So he hopped and scrambled up into the nest with them. Can you guys hop with me? The baby birds liked him immediately. "And our mother will like you too," promised the baby birds. The ugly duckling could hardly wait for the mother bird to come. Soon she came flying in with a big juicy worm in her beak. Snap went the ugly duckling's hungry beak as he snatched up the whole worm. Can you guys gulp and pretend to eat a worm? The mother bird was furious. She pulled the worm away from him and cried, "Get out of here, you big ugly thing." That's not very nice. Frightened, the ugly duckling ran out of the nest. He rushed away as fast as his little web feet would take him. The duckling marched as bravely as he could all day long until he reached a small cottage. He crept into the open door of the warm house and he laid down exhausted. How about you guys all pretend to sleep with me? The next morning, the ugly duckling awoke to an old woman, her cat, and a hen all looming over him. "What on earth is that?" said the old woman, who couldn't see very well. "Can you lay eggs?" asked the hen. Trembling, the duck shook his head. Can you shake your head to and fro just like this? "Can you ruffle your fur when you're angry and purr when you're happy?" asked the cat. But the duckling had to admit that all he could do was swim. Do you guys think that you could purr? Purr. You want to give it a try? "What should we do with it?" cried the cat. "We will let him stay for a bit. Maybe he'll be some use to us after all," replied the old woman. The duckling remained for several weeks, but before long he grew restless, for he wanted more than anything just to go back and swim. They let him go without so much as a wave goodbye. Would you guys all be nicer than those characters and wave goodbye to the ugly duckling? Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you. He was sad to leave, but he could not help feeling a thrill of joy when he was out in the air and swimming in the water once more. Autumn came and went, with the leaves changing colors, and they fell to the ground, and soon it was winter. Then the snow began to fall. Can you guys make the snow fall with me? And to the duckling's bewilderment, the pond started to turn hard and slippery. One day, he heard a sound of flapping wings. Can you guys show me your ears? Can you hear a sound of flapping wings? Up in the air, he saw a flock of beautiful birds flying by. They were bright white and had very long necks stretched out southward. Oh, if only he could go with them. Alas, he couldn't fly yet. Even if he could, wouldn't they cast him out just like all the other creatures? Each morning, it grew colder and colder, and the duckling had to swim about in the water to keep it from freezing. One night, his legs moved so slowly that the ice crept up closer and closer. And in the morning, the ugly duckling was stuck in it. Pretend to be stuck to your seat with me. Oof, oof, ah. Luckily, a man was crossing the river and saw what had happened. He stomped on the ice so hard that it broke. He picked up the duckling and tucked it into his coat to warm up. Can you warm up your arms with me right here? Yeah, nice and warm. The man took the bird home to his children, who gave him warm food to eat and put him in the box by the fire. The children were so kind and wanted to play with him, but the poor little duckling had never played in his life. He thought that they wanted to tease him, and so he flew away, terrified at the noise, right out the door. The rest of winter for him was miserable. But finally, spring came. When the duckling stood up one day, he raised his wings and stretched them up in the warmth of the sun. He flapped them once, and then again, with a strength that he had never felt before. Can you guys flap your wings with me? Ooh, that does kind of make you feel strong, doesn't it? Just in front of him, he saw a flock of the same beautiful birds he had seen in the sky so many months ago. One by one, he watched them land in the pond and float along so smoothly and quietly. I will follow them, thought the ugly duckling, and he stretched out his wings. Stretch with me. Oh! He lifted himself into the air and flew down to the water. Flying felt wonderful. When he reached the water, some of the younger swans swam out to meet him with cries of welcome, which confused the duckling. Can you yell welcome to the ugly duckling? Welcome! Maybe wave your hand too. Why did you welcome me? I'm the ugliest duckling ever to live, he said to them. He bowed his head and looked down into the water. But when he looked down into the water, he didn't see dull feathers and a skinny neck like he saw before. Instead, he saw these graceful shapes with long necks and orange and black bills, and he was one of them, a beautiful swan. The newest one is the best, said the children nearby, as they fed the swans bread. His feathers and beak are the brightest of all. And when he heard that, the swan was proud and knew that he finally belonged. All the loneliness he had endured had been worth it because he finally knew who he was and found others who appreciated him. He said, I never dreamed I would be so happy while I was a little ugly duckling. I hope you enjoyed that story, and if you really wanted to see more books about acceptance, just check these ones out from the library. This is a favorite of mine. Now let's sing and dance to my version of the chicken dance. It was inspired by a YouTuber named YouCan1. The chicken dance. All right, so let's practice our hand motions. We're going to make our beaks move. Oh, we're going to flap our wings, and we're going to shake our butt. And of course, we're going to clap. If you want to be a chicken, just flap your wings and shake your butt. If you want to be a chicken, just flap your wings and shake your butt. If you want to be a chicken, just flap your wings and shake your butt. If you want to be a chicken, just flap your wings and shake your butt. Now we fly around the barnyard. Yes, grab a friend and dance around. Oh no, I've just been told chickens can't fly. Quick, pretend to land on the ground. If you want to be a chicken, just flap your wings and shake your butt. I hope you guys all enjoyed that version, and find the music for the original song, the birdie song or chicken dance, and do those movements and lyrics with it. All right, so lastly, we're going to do another activity that involves us following along and touching our face. So don't forget to wash your hands afterward. So we're going to tickle the clouds and tickle our toes. Turn around and tickle our nose. Reach down low and reach up high. Story time's over. Say goodbye. I hope you all enjoyed our story time today and that we see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.